So today we're looking at a fairly new top floor condo conversion. It's converted in the past 10 or 12 years in DuPont Circle. This is Little Swan Street with its charming old houses with the turrets. And up on the hill, the building with the kind of curved wall is, as we call it in DC, the Hinckley Hilton. It's the Washington Hilton. There's several different Hiltons in Washington, Hilton hotels, where John Hinckley shot Ronald Reagan. And this is a top floor condo. It has its own little deck, as you can see, little roof deck. This is kind of a three-level condo, one level being this little roof deck. And then this little landing, which, you know, actually people in DC, even though it's just a landing, would consider this a room and would put a little office in it. I'm sure it gets hot, all the heat in the apartment flows up here, so there's this little built-in wall unit. But actually letting all the heat flow up here, if you're not using it, might keep the rest of the apartment, that's the next floor down. So that's technically the equivalent of the fifth floor of the building, because this apartment starts on the fourth floor of the building. Anyway, a lot of people would put bookshelves and maybe some kind of narrow office desk here, and they'd have their computer. This apartment seems to have been empty for a while. It belongs to somebody who lives out in the suburbs. I don't know if they were treating it as a rental. But because of that, you're going to hear beeps, because all the smoke detectors and battery detectors are dead, and they're beeping to tell me that their batteries are out. So it's basically a long rectangle on each floor with the stairwell and then a room. So here's a bedroom. It's got double closets. They're not particularly deep. Here is a French balcony, as I believe they are called, meaning there are these doors and you can open them, but all you could do is sort of smoke and blow smoke out, or perhaps put a single little plant here or a flower box. I'm not sure that this unit or building has any parking of its own. That condo, much less expensive, the Concord, owns all this parking. Individual people own spots, and so people in places like this that are more expensive frequently try to buy or rent their parking spaces. This condo that we're in right now is a $899,000, basically two-bedroom. And it really, at that price, even though it's nice and has a roof deck and everything, should have a parking space somewhere. It has this long, narrow bath, which has some nice features. It's a fairly modern bathtub, which has a window. You could say hi to your neighbors while you're taking a bath. It has a separate shower. It has his and her sinks. This is the new bane of my existence. Everyone keeps leaving their toilet lids up in places that are for sale. If I make a video of it, I have to shut the toilet, which I guess I could go through and shut it first, but I'm already running around and putting on lights. This is really funny. This light fixture, I'm almost dead certain it's from Home Depot. It's something that has the word bay in it. It's the nicer, higher end of Home Depot's light fixtures. I actually installed a different version of that in my own most recent co-op renovation. And so this bedroom also has its own little bath. It's just a shower. But $899,000. So for a two-bedroom with its own roof deck, I'm not so sure it has parking. I don't know where the parking would be. It is on several levels. You have to walk upstairs to get here, though. There's another Home Depot light fixture. And then actually, you know, besides the roof deck, I was wrong. It's not just that there's a roof deck. There's a fairly small kitchen here. Besides the fact that there's a roof deck, there is also on this level, so this is good entertaining space, there's this very small balcony type deal. A little screen to protect you from your neighbors. It's not a balcony, it's like a little terrace. that separates it from, well, it doesn't separate it, it's part of the sort of living room, dining room area. Here's the kitchen. And then there's also a half bath here. Now, I'm going to run all through the building because I would like to show you the street and the front of the building. But I'd like to do it. So it's the kind of place that has signs up like this, has things like that. It was, they've got these nice, also Home Depot-y lights, but they let the bulbs fly. It's managed by Mendel Management, which is a small management company that does a lot of DuPont Colorama. Anyway, I'm showing you the hallways of the building, which I would never do for 2 or 3 floors. It's just not that interesting. But it does show you sort of the quality of the building. Like, the unit is nicer than the building. And I think it's because the building used to be a rental building, and it did get, I'm sure, glamorized somewhat when it was converted to condo. It still has things like this. You know, like slightly cool light fixture, all it's like high-end Home Depot cool. And then like this wood paneling, but then it's got this bulletin board here. Sort of a nice door. The door might have actually been original. It might be from here from a long time. But I wanted to show you the front of the building and the street, which is why we're wandering out. So it has its own little yard. Apparently there's another unit for sale here. Just saw somebody going in and out and carrying in and out orchids, so they're probably a realtor. Anyway, this is T Street. And we're going to wander out. L'Oreal Plaza, which is the restaurant everybody loves, is down at the end of the block. I'm going to wander out just so we can see in this bright sun what the building looks like. Several buildings in a row that have all condo converted. That one was already a condo for a long time. They were rentals and they've condo converted. So that's the unit. It's actually listed with a friend of mine, kind of a friend. Someone who donates to the same charities and has similar politics. Anyway, that's T Street, kind of northern edge of DuPont Circle, getting close to the northern edge.